At the film's start, we meet a strongman, Finist, and his disciple, Andy. Finist has come to the jungle to capture a giant pig that damages the villagers' crops. Despite the pig's size, Finist boldly tells Andy, "I am a hero and will control it to maintain my status." He begins attacking the pig, but his efforts are ineffective. When Andy uses his laser to assist Finist, it hits the pig's nose, waking it in anger. The furious pig charges at Andy, but Finist intervenes. He tries to stop the pig with all his might but is thrown back. To help, Andy throws a rope to Finist, who catches it just as the pig takes off. Finist ties the rope around the pig's wings and horns, gaining control. He then flies the pig over the village, where the villagers cheer for him. Among them is a magician named Baba Yaga, who challenges Finist to prove his strength by moving a large stone blocking the river near his home. "If you take it away, I will acknowledge your talent. Finist believes I have accomplished a significant task, yet you ask me to do something minor." He began recounting tales of his courage. Yaga remarked that he couldn't tell which were true and which were not. Laughter erupted, and Finist left in anger, furious with Yaga. Today, instead of being celebrated for his bravery, he was mocked. He felt a need to avenge this insult and sought a way to regain his praise. Andy suggested a solution. The tower ahead is said to be held by a monster, guarded by a beautiful girl who is actually a princess. If you defeat the monster and rescue her, your tales will gain worldwide fame. Finist resolved to confront the monster. As night fell, he set off for the tower with Andy. Upon arrival, he noticed many warriors had already attempted to defeat the monster, but they were motivated by greed for the princess and riches. They asked Finist who would claim the princess if they succeeded together. Finist replied that he wasn't interested in the princess, and they agreed to join forces against the monster. However, he privately told Andy that he wanted to face the monster alone. Therefore, he decided to enter the tower through a window immediately, not waiting until morning. Once inside, he first spotted the beautiful princess. When the girl spots Finist, she informs him that you have also come to die. Finist replies, "No, I have come to save you." Upon hearing this, the girl rushes inside. To stop her, Finist grabs her hand, but she quickly pulls away and hides behind a tower. Suddenly, a snake attacks Finist from behind. He fights back, but soon realizes this is no ordinary snake, it is the monster he came to battle. He attacks fiercely, but when he runs out of strength, he seizes the monster's tail, trying to tear its mouth open. The snake retaliates by spitting poison into his eyes, blinding him. Despite his blindness, Finist perseveres, searching for his weapon at his feet and launching another attack. However, the monster has vanished. Finist begins to destroy the tower, causing all the warriors to rise and rush over. They find no monster or princess, only Finist in the tower. When Andy learns that Finist is blind, he takes him home. Finist is filled with rage over his blindness, a condition Andy has never witnessed before. He then goes to Baba Yaga to explain how Finist lost his sight. He was on a ship, with Finn's neck and hands bound in wood to restrain him. Baba Yaga and other villagers were also present. After a while, Andy arrived. "Who was roaming free here?" Baba Yaga inquired. "How are you free?" Andy replied, "I convinced these robbers that I could help them and would keep an eye on you for them. That's why I'm free." At that moment, he held a golden lamp, which Baba Yaga displayed to everyone, claiming he would sell it for money. When he began to rub it clean, a jinn emerged, startling everyone, including Andy, who heard a noise below. Robert descended, but the jinn punched him back up. When the jinn approached Andy to grant a wish, Andy instructed him to return to the lamp. Just then, a robber appeared, placed a sword at Andy's neck, and reclaimed the lamp. Soon after, they arrived in Arabia, where the robbers planned to sell the slaves. A masked man passed by, purchasing Baba Yaga, Andy, and Finist, taking them to his palace. They were astonished to see robots working in such a grand palace. In an ancient era, the rich man removed his mask and said, "Don't be surprised. I am a scientist who invented these robots. I've created many machines to aid humans and ease their work." Finist shared his past, revealing he was once powerful but became miserable after losing his sight. The scientist acknowledged, "Yes, I've heard of you and Baba Yaga. Otherwise, I buy slaves to set them free." It was time to eat. The scientist orders food for the group, impressing them. Did they think it was magic? The scientist replies, "No, I've been working on this for 500 years. Yaga is astonished and asks, "For 500 years? How are you still so young?" The scientist explains, "I created a liquid that keeps humans youthful for years. I've extended my life, maintained my youth, and increased my productivity." Bob leads them to his lab, where Finist inquires, "How did you create that special liquid? Can it heal my eyes?" The scientist responds, "Not that, but I have something else for you." He hands Finist glasses that allow him to see clearly. These people use magic and magical items, causing harm to the world. To eliminate these threats, I've built a machine. To demonstrate, he pulls out a lamp. Yaga warns him to stay back, but the scientist isn't afraid. He rubs the lamp, releasing a genie, then activates his machine. The machine shakes the genie, and when it's done, he announces, "I've defeated the genie." Later, the scientist learns of a strange monster in the nearby mountains that poses a danger to ordinary people. He must capture it and tells Finist that the creature has a lion-like face and snake-like eyes. Finist understands. He has encountered this before. He tells the scientist, "I'll join you on this mission." However, the scientist is reluctant to put Finist at risk. Finist reassures him, "Don't worry about me. I want to help you. Let's do it this way." The scientist shows him a box that can trap the monster when its liver is turned. At night, he wants to reveal that Baba Yaga, the scientist, also awakened in the lab. She intended to steal the serum, but the scientist caught her. "If you manage to bring the monster, I will give you some serum." In the morning, as they prepared for the mission, the scientist showcased his flying plane, a remarkable invention for that era. He instructed them on how to operate it, mentioning they would make a significant decision shortly. Before departing, the scientist insisted, "I want that monster alive. Do not kill it. Bring it here." He then handed Finist an advanced weapon he had created. By pressing a button, new gadgets emerged, delighting Finist. They embarked on their flight, swiftly reaching the mountain where the monster was located after a lengthy search. Finist finally spotted the monster's footprints leading into a cave, where he placed his box to capture it. Now, Finist needed to trap the monster, so he entered the cave and challenged it by pressing his weapon's button. He injured the monster, which emerged, but as it did, it accidentally struck its head against a tree and fainted. Before the monster could harm Finist, it exited the cave. As soon as it did, Baba Yaga quickly pressed the box's lever, releasing numerous gems and capturing the monster. She pressed the lever again to secure the cage. After a while, Finist regained consciousness, and they began their return journey. The trip was lengthy, and they decided to rest at night. While sleeping, Finist heard a girl's voice from inside the cage. Out of curiosity, he chose to open the cage, despite Baba Yaga's attempts to stop him. Finist opens the cage. Baba Yaga claims the monster is the true princess. Yaga warns not to take her out, as it could be risky. However, Finist ignores him, drawn to the princess. Before he can free her, Baba Yaga pulls a lever, sealing the cage again and trapping Finist inside. The girl reveals she has a curse. Anyone who holds her hand transforms her into a wild monster. She insists she means no harm and wishes to live peacefully in the mountains, but people won't let her be. Next, a scientist steals a farmer's cat, despite the farmer's pleas that it brings them benefits. The scientist disregards him, placing the cat under a machine that extracts its magical power. He collects the serum produced and stores it in his locker, where he has amassed a significant amount. Meanwhile, Finist and the princess are falling in love, while Baba Yaga and Andier lead them to the scientist. They observe from a distance as the scientist uses magic from a magical bird to create a serum for his robots, revealing they are not his original creations but powered by magic he siphoned from other sources. Baba Yaga confronts him angrily, accusing him of deceit regarding his robots. "Your robots utilize magic. This magic even extends your lifespan, obtained through the killing of innocent animals." When the scientist learns this, he becomes furious, declaring he won't spare his true followers. Baba Yaga and Andy, frightened, flee the scene. Baba Yaga swiftly rescues the princess, knowing the scientist would retaliate against them. She remarks, "I know about him. He has pursued me for ages." During their talk, the scientist arrives, anticipating their escape. He captures them with his turtle robots and begins draining the princess's magical powers. Enraged, Finist approaches to rescue her but fails. Instead, he transforms the princess into a monster. Once transformed, she breaks free and escapes. Seizing the moment, Baba Yaga and Finist attempt to flee with the camel, but the scientist's men pursue them. Using her magic, Baba Yaga turns some watermelons into weapons to attack, while the scientist unleashes a massive turtle to capture them, determined to kill them despite Andy's warning that his magical serum is insufficient. As soon as it emerged in the palace, it shattered completely. He swiftly took charge and approached Finist and Yaga. However, Yaga and Finist began to run ahead. He then attacked them with cannonballs. Realizing the danger had escalated, Finist urged Yaga to distract him, but I know that his devices fail when inverted. Yaga positioned himself in front of the tank. The scientist, using his magical machine, began casting spells on Baba Yaga. Due to the magic, Baba Yaga appeared to age, which frightened Finist. While Baba Yaga kept the scientist occupied, Finist climbed onto his turtle. As soon as the scientist noticed, he extended the turtle's tentacles to try to make Finist fall. Although Finist remained upright, his spectacles fell, impairing his vision. Baba Yaga saw this happen and instructed him to fight. Meanwhile, the princess, now a monster, arrived. The scientist was terrified upon seeing her. Additionally, Finist wrapped a chain around the scientist's turtle's neck. Consequently, all the magic serum spilled out, trapping the scientist. He attempted to escape using his magic wings but failed and fell into his own serum, leading to his demise. Finist was left unconscious. The princess, witnessing his fall, began to weep, having fallen in love with him. When her tears touched Finest's eyes, he regained consciousness, and astonishingly, his vision returned. Finest then professed his love and asked her to stay with him. However, the princess replied that due to the curse, she couldn't remain, despite her feelings. Finest feels sad and returns to his village with his companions. He is still haunted by memories of the princess when it is revealed that Baba Yaga seeks a recipe to regain her youth. He discovers a way to lift the princess's curse. Excited, he goes to Finest to share the news that the curse was intentionally placed on the princess, who is not to blame, and it can be lifted. We know these individuals will embark on the next mission to break the curse. For now, this movie concludes here.